Hello, and welcome to another edition of Grammy's Protein Kitchen. I've been on a health journey since 2024 and have been able to lose about 70 pounds with the help of a GLP-1 medication. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel in the kitchen. And I am going to make some breakfast hash. I did wind up buying the Protein Advantage cookbook. I also bought this nifty little cart on Amazon with Prime Days. Figured that would give me a place that I can work and look at you instead of you guys seeing the back of my head all the time. You'll still have to see the back of my head when I'm at the stove. I have a crock pot going back here. That's not for this meal. I have my oldest daughter. We're doing a baby shower housewarming party for her, and I'm taking the buffalo chicken chili. So I have that cooking in the crock pot. I'll link that video down below. So if you are interested in that and you didn't see that video, you can get to it. I'm going to do a recipe from here, but I'm not really doing the recipe from here. I'm just using the idea from here and using ingredients that I have on hand. I am making the sausage breakfast hash. So I pulled out, and I'm only going to do one serving. This recipe has 4 servings in it, so I had to decrease it anyway. I have 2 of my homemade sausage patties, which is a serving. And so I'm going to be frying that up. I've got the pan heating up. It calls for turnips instead of potatoes, which I don't have any turnips. I'd have had to go out and buy some. But I have already in the past fried up a radish. And I was amazed. It does not taste anything cooked like it does raw. So I thought, I had some radishes in my refrigerator. I'll cut them up and use those, and that way they won't go bad. It also called for kale. I don't have any kale. I had spinach, so I have spinach here. I didn't have any fresh peppers, but I had a bag of onion and pepper mix in the freezer. I pulled that out last night and defrosted it. So I have some of that here. So I'm just changing up the whole recipe. And then it said that you could make it with some eggs. So once I have it all cooked up, I'm going to scramble, mix up, beat up some eggs and put it over everything. So this is going to be my breakfast for this morning. And I have the pan heating up. Let me throw a little olive oil in this pan. And I didn't open this bottle yet. So let me throw a little olive oil in that pan and throw the sausage in here. And the sausage doesn't want to come out of the bag there. Oh, let me just grab that with my hand, and then I'll have to go wash my hands. But okay, and I've got my towel hanging on the side of my cart. So let me chop this up some. We did take the breakfast sausage with us to the beach, and we made a breakfast casserole with it, with crescent rolls and eggs and stuff. It was a recipe that my daughter had. While we were at the beach, I made, let me turn this down a little bit. I think it's just a little too hot. While we were at the beach, we had a spiral ham in the freezer, and I took that with. I actually have found, one of the kids said about a crock pot. recipe for ham. And I'm just going to chop both ends of this one doesn't look like it's real good. Let's see. I guess I have some here. That's okay. They went back and forth to the beach with this. I think this had been up against the ice in the cooler. But I put the ham in the crock pot, and I put that in the flat side down. Well, I put pineapple chunks in the bottom of the crock pot, and then I put the ham in on top of that with the flat side on top of the pineapples. And then I took the pineapple juice that was in the can and mixed it with brown sugar, poured it over I don't think that one's good. I poured it over the ham, and it was too high up for the lid of the crock pot to fit on, but it said that if it was stuck out too much for the lid, you could tent it with foil. So I put foil over the top of it and cooked that in the crock pot, and that was great. Afterwards, I did freeze the bone, so we'll make something with the ham bone then. And then I also made macaroni and cheese with that one. I basically used when I made the high protein macaroni and cheese, I used my basic recipe and just tweaked some things. I didn't make this one high protein. So stick that in the sink. Get rid of that then. But I made my homemade mac and cheese. And I also then, what else did we make? The flatbread pizza. We made flatbread pizza. So, and that was good. But I'll try to throw some pictures up then. I'm supposed to take the sausage out of the pan once it's cooked, and that's pretty well cooked. So I've got this bowl here. I'm gonna put the sausage in. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little more olive oil to my pan. And I'm going to add my radishes. And I'm going to season my radishes with some salt and pepper. And I'm not measuring, I'm just grinding away there. Okay, and let's stir them around, and we need to get these pretty well cooked before we add anything else. Okay, so if I can get the pictures to show on here, I have a picture of the beach from the boardwalk in the evening. It was a pretty picture. You could see the sky was a little pink. I have a picture of me standing on the beach in my swimsuit. Probably wouldn't have done that 70 pounds ago. Well, I wouldn't have worn that swimsuit 70 pounds ago. I've had pictures taken 70 pounds ago, but not in the swimsuit like this. We went to the zoo, and these ostriches posed for me, so I took a nice picture of them. and we had our annual mini golf tournament. And we have a tradition of when you get a hole in one, you get your picture taken when you're getting the ball out with your finger up in the air as a one. So there's a picture of me with one of my hole in ones. We did a kiddie course for the grandkids. So, but out of everybody, I had the lowest score, which was pretty amazing. So, um, we had a good vacation. I probably walked an average of 5 miles a day. So, for the week we were there. And the chicken salad, jalapeno pepper chicken salad I made in the last video, I took that with, and that all got eaten by the end of the week. So that was a good thing. And let's check on these radishes. Probably could have cut them a little bit smaller, but I made them like this. This is sort of how the turnips were cut in the picture that they showed. But if I'd have cut them smaller, they'd have cooked up a little faster. So that's cooking away. Okay, the radishes seem to be about done. So I am going to add the onion and pepper mix and the spinach to this. And I'm also going to add a little more seasonings than just the salt and pepper. Just stick that in the sink. I have on this plate, I have some garlic powder and some smoked paprika. I did not measure it because it wasn't that I needed a lot of it. And just maybe a quarter teaspoon. And let's stir this all together. Now, because I used the frozen onions and peppers, I didn't, they were softened to begin with. If I was using fresh stuff, I'd have probably thrown them in with the radishes, but okay, now I'm going to put the sausage back in. Now it's saying that you could eat it just like this, and yeah, you could, but just some of the sausage is in bigger pieces yet. It got cooked, but it was, there we go. But I'm gonna add egg to this. It said you could do that, and I wanted the extra protein. Not going to be eating until a little later today for lunch, so I want to make sure I have enough to get me through till then. I have here a bowl with 2 eggs in it. I'm just gonna, and I left the sausage bowl here so I had a place to stick the eggshells. Okay, let me just stick this here in the sink and give my hands a quick rinse because of the eggs. And I'm just gonna beat them up. And I'm gonna pour this over my hash. And stir this in. This looks like a lot of food. But I know I did one serving of the sausage because when I made the sausage a second time to take with to the beach, and when I did that, I measured it, I weighed it. So 2 patties equaled a quarter pound of sausage. And okay, that's looking pretty good there. Let me grab my plate. Okay, let me just set that back there for now. And that was the dryer. Okay, and I put the ingredients into the recipe analyzer. And this has about 466 calories in it. It's got 35 grams of protein and about 3 grams of fiber. So pretty good. I said 6 radishes. I had 7, but I didn't use some. So it might not be 6 radishes. Radishes actually is what I printed out doesn't show, but it was only like 25 calories for 6 radishes. So it's not bad. I'm not sure. I just put in turkey sausage. Whether my turkey sausage has more or less than what the generic turkey sausage is, I don't know. But I 466 calories, 35 grams of protein, and 3 grams of fiber. So let's see here. Let's get a piece with everything that I think everything's on there. It's pretty hot. I can see it steaming. That's good. So I'm not sure if I'm going to eat all of this or not. But if I don't, I can put it in the refrigerator and reheat it tomorrow. So thank you for coming and visiting with me in my kitchen today. And if you like this video, please be sure to click the like button, and that helps YouTube push it out to more people. And be sure to hit subscribe so you won't, and ring that bell so you won't miss the next video. Thank you.